Hi everyone, this is Dima, your English tutor. In this practice video, I want to show you and offer you some recommendations, some guidelines according to which you can build your strategy to describe pictures in this interesting task of Duolingo. This task consists of writing about the photo, yeah? So it seems obvious, but why then a lot of people have problems with this? I think that the basic reason is that nobody has ever taught us to write about something, let's say, previously unknown, so to something unexpected, to write like impromptu about some photo, yeah, and that is the problem. If you were taught at school, something like this, yeah, then you would write about it 100 words in 1 minute, let's say, yeah? But no one has the skill and the habit of doing this, and that is the problem. So if you practice for some time, for instance, you describe, let's say, 50 photos or 60 photos under the guidance and supervision of some normal professional tutor, I'm sure you will improve, let's say, twice or thrice or to a considerable degree, and nothing special, because I'm sure that everybody understands that within 60 seconds that you have for this task, we can speak about, I suppose, even not 60, but 50 seconds, because when you see the picture, you're very agitated, and probably while you're thinking about what is located there, how should I write, and so on, you have already lost 5 or 10 seconds. And then you start typing, so you have 50 seconds. Still, in 50 seconds, if, by the way, a very important aspect, if you can type more or less fast, then you can produce, let's say, 3 sentences. Some authors, they recommend 5 sentences. Probably I would agree with them, but it doesn't seem to me very feasible to speak about 5 sentences, since not many people are able to produce such a large amount of typing words in 1 minute. Yeah. So if you are able to produce 3 sentences, it's already superb. You are the winner of Duolingo. Of course, as long as you don't have spelling mistakes, basic grammar mistakes, all that jazz. You understand that if you write, for example, instead of she is holding her hands on his shoulders, yeah, if you write she hold like her arms in his back, you understand that even if you produce 3 such sentences, you will not get higher than, I believe, 80 out of 160, something like that. Okay. So we will now describe 1 or 2 photos. Probably some of you are watching this kind of videos for the first time in your life. I mean, you have learned that you have to pass Duolingo in the nearest future, and you don't know what to do, how to start. So this video will give you some hints. Okay, so a picture and 1 minute. Yeah, I put a cursor here and I start typing. If I were you, I would try to input my intelligence into the first sentence. You know this law of first impression, yeah? Even though you will be most probably assessed by a computer algorithm, anyway, even a computer algorithm has, let's say, you can produce some impression on it, let alone people who will, from time to time, have a look into your writings. So the first impression and the first sentence. Please don't write like, in this picture I can see 5 people, then you put a full stop, a period, yes, and then no, 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 no. Try to stretch your first sentence to make it more appealing to the reader. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. I will not just measure the time now because it doesn't make sense, because we are discussing. So, like in this picture, there are different ways to start, and you know them without my help. Like in this picture, in this photo, I can see, or this picture shows, this picture features, this picture depicts, la 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 la. This polychromatic photo depicts. It's all very fashionable, but, I think that to get a really high score, you need to impress the algorithm. Like in the middle, in the core of your narration, not with this phrase. This phrase is nothing. Everybody understands that you can cram those phrases, learn them by heart, and produce them, with the speed of like 3 pieces a second. It's nothing. So don't please be overwhelmed with the desire just to think long here and to produce something unique at the beginning of your sentence. I think it's not worth the candle. So in this picture, like I can see, so I don't care about my introduction because I can see, for example, 5 people, comma, mostly ladies. Yeah, I see that they're mostly ladies. Again, comma, who are lined up. I could have written without who are, like just lined up, but I want to add some words probably. Who are lined up one after another and holding or placing, okay, holding their hands on the shoulders of the person in front. Okay, you see how many words I have? 29 words, yeah? And this is not a complicated sentence. Something. In this picture, I can see 5 people, most ladies, who are lined up one after another and holding their hands on the shoulders of the person in front. Okay, so you see, I have impressed already the reader with my plump, such tasty, delicious first sentence. Think about that. You know, there are a lot of authors on YouTube, and some of them are teachers, and I will not give some names because probably you know without me. I have had several students who followed their videos and their courses, but they said that mostly it doesn't help. You see? No, I wouldn't say that it doesn't help at all, but because it's a very long story to explain why, and so please, I want to tell you that I have a considerable practice experience. This practical experience of tutoring people and evaluating and understanding their scores. You understand that I have a constant feedback. If I have tutored the student, he or she has passed Duolingo, then they write me about their score, their sensations, their mood and everything. So I can connect and associate some of our discussions, some of our, let's say, speculations with their score, and I can make inferences. And of course, I do that regularly. So I base my speculations exclusively and solely upon my practice. Of course, we can like top it with our philosophical like outlook and everything, but I love practice, and usually it helps. That's why I highly recommend that you listen to what I say. Because I know what I say. I say nothing extra, nothing out of the blue. I base it upon practical, empirical experience. Okay, so the second sentence. Here, you have the freedom. In this picture, there is a lot of action and a lot of objects. So it's not difficult to produce extra and extra sentences. Sometimes there are such pictures where you have, for example, a smiling face of a girl, of a young girl, of a little girl, yeah? And just a gray background of some wall, and that's all. So here it's not so easy to write because the girl is smiling, and what, she has some dark eyes, what, blonde hair, and what else, round face, and that's all. But here you have a lot of action. So this photo is a boon. It allows you to impress the reader. For example, we can see the flooring is covered with some probably laminated flooring. It's dark brown. Then on the right we can see some shelves or some, I don't even know, drawers with some clothes on them, probably. Don't be afraid to say probably or something, because we all have, firstly, different eyesight, so there is no guarantee that you and I will comprehend and decipher, no, let's say discern what's going on there in the background to the same degree. Probably you will be able to see something there while I'm not able. That's why you're welcome to say probably, maybe, perhaps, I guess, I believe, something like that, yeah? So the wall, as you see, it's a long wall. Probably, so this room is a mini gym in some company, maybe, or in the hospital. At least it's a large room. So there are 5 people. In front of them, it's the leader, probably the instructor, who is obviously, I hope, a male. Apparently a male. Yeah. Probably their instructor and their massage specialist, I don't know. Probably these ladies have issues with health, and they're trying to improve their orthopedics with some exercises. Okay, so the illumination is not very nice. Yeah, it's a little bit dark in the room. People are mostly wearing jeans and t-shirts. The atmosphere is kind, friendly, full of enthusiasm, because ladies are smiling, and the instructor also is doing that. The instructor is wearing shorts, sneakers, and some t-shirts also. Okay, so you see, I have named a lot of facts and a lot of information, so you'll not be able to produce it in 1 minute, but at least let's produce some second sentence. Yes, so but if you can, if your level of English doesn't hinder you to do that, try to produce, of course, logically the most important action in the picture. So we say that they are lined up already and they have their hands. So let's make a guess what they're doing. So I say probably they are performing. Oh, I'm sorry, performing certain physical exercises under the guidance of the instructor who is positioned, okay, in front of the group and leading, no, not to repeat the group, and leading his patients or clients, okay. Probably, or we can say they are probably, you understand, they're performing certain physical exercises under the guidance of the instructor who is positioned in front of the group and leading his patients. Okay, I tell you these two sentences, I think in theory are enough. They suffice for you to get a normal score, I guarantee. You know, I'm not a god or something, but again, based on my experience, if all my students wrote like that, they wouldn't get a Duolingo's for production something like 80 or 90 or 70. They would get 100, 110, 120. Duolingo is very strict upon your production. Very. Is their policy? Is there? So almost always the sub score for your production is the lowest. Production means you're speaking and writing. So think about that. Don't be afraid of that, because if you feel defeated like in advance, you understand that it will yield no normal score and result for you. Just please be serious about it and full of enthusiasm, but serious at the same time, and everything will be fine. And you need a lot of practice. Okay, let's do one more photo, and okay, for me not to stretch this video. So okay, this video again is a features some room, of course a smaller room. Then there is a bookcase. There are several people sitting in the armchairs and some soft sofas, some polished table, probably a glass table. What else? A window with nice rich curtains which is opened, so people are having a conversation or a discussion or a training or something like that. What else? There is a lady there, and I can obviously see two males, and this one I cannot comprehend who he or she is. Also in the background on the wall I can see some boards with some papers, probably certificates, multicolored. Okay, something like that. There are file holders. Yes, so I don't remember the exact term for those things in the offices. File clips, no, file folder. Let's say file folders, we will call them, because I don't think it matters much. Okay, so this is a medium action-filled picture. On the one hand, there is some like action. On the other hand, they're sitting and doing basically nothing. We cannot say so. It's a medium level difficulty. I mean, I would say about the description, because there is not much action. On the other hand, there are a lot of objects. Okay, so we can say there are several people located in a room and probably having a discussion, or we can even say seminar. You know, we want to express the algorithm or the grader with some interesting words. For instance, discussion, conversation, seminar. They are normal medium level words which will, yeah, you see this sentence appears to be a little bit short. There are several people located in a room and probably having a discussion or a seminar. There are some people located in a room. Okay, we can put a comma here. I mean, just to philosophize a bit about it, yeah. Seated in cozy, luxurious, or luxuriant, oh, I'm sorry, armchairs and sofas, comma, and probably having a discussion or a seminar. Okay, there are several people located in a room, seated in cozy, luxuriant armchairs and sofas, and probably having a discussion or a seminar. Okay. There is the I have already written, so I can see one female, and several I have already. Okay, I can see two, so and two males looking at each other and speaking. Okay. For instance, in the background, let's mention the background. There is a tall bookcase with several I have already written. Yeah, with numerous like file folders, something like that. 5 folders bordering on an open. I mean open on an uncurtained. On a window. Yeah, I want to say window. But it's not actually open. Yes. Okay, let's say on a window on the right. In the background, there is a tall bookcase with numerous file folders. I think I can put a comma here, bordering on a window on the right. Yeah. Of course, I can continue writing that the curtains are open and bright sunlight penetrates the room. If you think you have time to do that, then of course you're welcome to do that. But I don't think that many of you, I'm sorry, are having an opportunity and capacity to produce more than 55 or 60 words within, let's say, 50 seconds. But I think you have caught my message. Try to be abundant in this first sentence. Try to produce at least 2 sentences. If you're able, produce 3 sentences. Remember, please, to try to use words like, you see, bordering, numerous, discussion, luxuriant, something like that. Female, because a lot of guys, they will write, in the background, I can see a big bookcase with many files, full stop. On the right, there is an open window. You understand the style is like poor. You should demonstrate some at least middle level words to the examiner or to the algorithm. It will yield you a higher score. I'm deeply convinced of that. It's black and white for me. Remember about this. So it's a special, let's say, skill to try and select in a limited period of time those words from your subconscious. Yeah, but you know, tutors are here to help. So if you need my help, please address me. I will be happy to help. In the description to the video, there is a link to the website with my WhatsApp and Viber and the form for you to fill if you like, and to contact me. I'm sure I will be of some help. I cost money. On the other hand, if you have your, let's say, college or university at stake and you have 2 or 3 weeks before the test and you realize that you need not just a tutor, you need a talented tutor to accomplish the goal, yeah, so then please, I'm a person who can help. Okay, my friends, I wish you success at Duolingo and see you in our next video.